Farmers in the Sunyani municipality of the Bono region are increasingly concerned as large areas of farmlands are being converted into residential zones, sparking fears of future food insecurity. Previously thriving farming communities like Watchman, Asufufu and Konum are gradually being transformed into residential neighborhoods. The farmers believe immediate action is necessary to safeguard food security. Michael Sapoinfum reports.
The prices of staple food items such as yam, plantain and cassava have remained high for some time, largely due to irregular rainfall patterns across the country. The Sunyani East municipality in the Bono region is no exception. A new concern, however, is the rapid conversion of farmlands into residential areas, which could exacerbate food shortages in the coming years. In the past, areas like Asufufu, Benum Kwanta, Wawesua, Kwasimfum, Konum and Watchman were known for their agricultural production. Today, many of these lands are being sold by individuals and families to developers for residential projects. This trend is worrying farmers in the municipality, some of whom have lost their farmlands to development and are now forced to relocate. Here's what two displaced farmers had to say.
How they were, if you say time and I were no, me find say 15 years ago. Oba had ya na ubenya ne ade. Nisan said dine ben ye nti swat. So nza. Even a bra ubenya no dine wo ha ne ade nti winya ne sa. Nti e se mpanyimfo no so boy na aso ye den. Ye fa ye ho adwen se na ebe ya ne ma bekoyi.
Hey, what the how can see po say Sunyani sasene nyina ya ton de sisi fia mana ko chiri se wo pebi kura de yafu na ayeden de na chi su kura do bia peso ye no moa nti wo ye ya na mponche ase no wo ye ya na mponche na nyan na mo ase na ntwi nyina no mo ase no te se de ye didi ho be de ne da che pa se ya de kura de ye kakara na be duru nchiri ma no so no ebe ye de na mo pa so mbe didi.
Residents of Sunyani are also concerned about the growing loss of farmland and emphasize the need for action to protect the region's food security.
Agriculture is a very key part of our lives as Ghanaians. It plays a big role in our economic development, and so we cannot toy with it. So the farmlands that feed the nation should be protected. So I would suggest that we really need to map out the plans for development of Sunyani very well, because population is dynamic. I mean, we are growing day in, day out. Sunyani city limits will not be Sunyani city limits in a few years to come because the town is growing. But we need to zone out areas that are going to be for residential and then those that are going to be for other uses, including agriculture. If we don't do that, then that food security worry that we are talking about could become a reality.
Because very soon there will be no farming lands in Sunyani. Very soon. Like 3, 4, 5, 10 years to come, you not get a farming land in Sunyani. Because we are selling all the lands. People need to build too. We don't have a place like maybe a whole of Dansase will be left out. We are not selling it. It should be used for farming alone. We don't have anything like that in Sunyani. Because here, that is the only thing we do. We only farm. And if we keep selling everything, then very soon, our mothers will not get anything to do. Because they don't have any other thing doing. Their level of education is low. Apart from farming, they don't have anything doing. So if we continue selling the lands and that stuff, very soon our families will be hungry.
So far as we are using land for industrial purposes, we are using for residential purposes. We are gradually losing our lands, and the more we lose our land, definitely food becomes scarce. So for a farmer to acquire land, the farmer needs to go very far. It will get to a point food will be scarce. Why? Because all lands are being used for residential purposes.
Dennis Abugri Amenga, the Bono Regional Director of Agriculture, also shared his perspective on the issue.
Urbanization is a natural phenomenon. So long as we continue reproducing, population growth is bound to happen. It is the way we manage it that is a concern. Otherwise, it is expected that I know 10, 15 years ago, Sunyani was not as large as this. But so long as the population increases, people would need places to stay. And so urbanization, as we are witnessing now, is inevitable. The biggest challenge is how we handle it. So I think that we need to promote peri-urban agriculture. We need to respect it, not just for the economic aspect, but the environmental and the social impact it has in our lives.
Stakeholders within the Sunyani municipality are being called upon to act swiftly by collaborating with the traditional council to ensure that the situation where all farming lands are becoming residential areas are reduced. I am Michael Saponinfum, Channel One News.